On August 9th, 1989, an experimental Navy sub didn't give you time to read all of the information. 3 weeks later, it was reported found by divers from Puerto Rico. The sub is carrying an unidentified organic material that must be retrieved. Oh, alright. Is it an organic material called a subtitle, which lasts long enough for you to read the damned thing? But never mind. Have you ever seen this man? He looks a bit spooky. Have you ever seen this cat? He looks adorable. Along with this, what could be a dog, or could be a very fat-arsed horse. It's difficult to tell. Right then, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game which looks very jerky on your end. Which is a bit of a concern. But, alright. Hang on a minute, I just need to check to see whether things actually look as bad for you as they do for me. Alright, let's just hope and pray. Yeah, that looks a little bit better now. There we are. Sorry, the computer was doing something else, so I shut that down, so we've got that sorted out now. Right, we have many adorable puppies, which is very nice. Right then, mission directives. Locate organic material, scan for retrieval, and return. Okay. Controls. WAS for moving, Q for diving, and E for surfacing. Presumably that's going down and up respectively. Click for using mechanics, and escape for pausing. Mission objectives considered classified. I'm under the sea, mate. I'm a long way under the sea. Do you not think that this is like a safe place where you can talk to me about secret things? Presumably not. Report back only when task is complete. If you don't report back, we don't want to hear from you ever again. We'll disown you. Change the locks. Use the coordinates on the page 1 to approach the barrels, then use the sonar to find the exact location. Avoid unnecessary collisions to safeguard hull and retain pressure. If sensitivity is too high or volume too loud, please use pause menu to adjust. Oh, that sort of sensitivity. I thought you meant if I was just generally being a bit too sensitive. Alright then. Oh goodness, we have turned the lights on. How do I make the boat go forward? Oh. I seem to do it like that, but goodness only knows I can't see what I'm doing. I can, however, fire with laser, which is quite exciting. Where were those coordinates you spoke of? Where were those? 22 south, 5 west, and 3:30 east. Well, this is a pickle. We need to go 5 in the west direction. Let's go 5 in the west direction. And hopefully we won't bash into anything on the way. Right then, that's alright. Now we need to go 22 south. Let's go 22 south. Is this going to screw my west as well? Yes, it is. Goodness sake. This is very annoying. I need to go, like, this way, I think? To make my west go up as well? Goodness sake, I'm trying to remember what I did back in, what was it called? Ocean work? I had a similar process to this, where I've just got to try and balance these numbers to make sure that I actually end up in the right place and I don't crash into anything in the process. He says not looking where he's going, because that's an excellent way of ensuring that I definitely don't crash into anything. Right then, hang on, we need to go back it up. We've gone too far south, and the accents are scary. Alright then, now let's go west a little bit. There we are. And now I need to go down. What was that? Was that Q? I think so, yes. We need to go down to 33 meters, presumably, or possibly 33 miles, if we're, oh goodness, if we're going very quickly. I see a plant, and I see a rock. That's about all I see. Right then, we have reached the coordinates. Let's do a scan. That didn't work. Let's do a this. I don't know how that helps. I can't read what those buttons say. I think that says ping, reset, and off. Alright. Apparently there's something. Oh, there it is. There's something right there. Right, let's go down a little bit. There we are. Oh, do I do the scan here? Much better. Much better. Didn't screw everything up that time. Alright then, let's goodness, oh goodness. This is not the easiest thing in the world to control. It's not exactly a sea moth. Right, giddy on. Apparently there's another barrel here. Goodness knows I didn't see it. Down. No, that's up. Goodness sake. It would help if the up button was above the down button, rather than otherwise, but never mind. 1 of 6 complete. Oh, so when the sonar goes off, it's showing 3 potential locations, and I just happened to find the first one correct. Ah, and then I made assumptions, and when I assumed, I made an ass of you and me, and everything got ruined. Brilliant! Right. Let's go back up a little bit so that we don't crash into another sand dune, or anything else for that matter. Let's see, 15 should be enough. There we are. Now, we need to go one west, which means we need to go... Actually, let's go north first, because it seems like when I was going west, I could do that pretty much without screwing up my north and south, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but never mind. Let's go this way. Does this thing have some kind of a turbocharger? Oh, there's a VHS tape down there. That's curious. Where the hell am I going to find a VHS player down here? Oh, I'm going to find it right there underneath my big fat nose. Perhaps that shouldn't have surprised me. Are you convinced this thing doesn't have some kind of turbocharger on it? Because, we've been a little bit tardy, and I don't want to, be overly wasteful of time. That's a spooky noise. Not sure I'm ready to hear such spookiness. Right, there we are. Now, I need to head east a little bit, don't I? For the sake of, yes, reducing my west coordinate by a 10. There we are. That's about sorted that out. Now we need to go down into the depths. And hopefully not crash into anything. But knowing me, we probably will, especially since you'd really think I'd put my seat a bit further forward so I can see what I'm doing. But never mind. Let's do a scan. Huzzah. It seems... Seems I heard a spooky noise. Aha, I heard a spooky battle. It's there, mate. It's there. There we are. Thank you. Much better. Goodness. What's up with these spooky pooky noises? Hmm? Who put in a large order for spooky pooky noises? I don't think it was me. Right. Let's go back up a bit. Giddy up. If I could figure out these controls, it would be a small miracle, but then again, I always do struggle underwater. Because we don't need to go very far north. We only need to go about 15 meters, which is good. That means we shouldn't bump into Manchester. Right then. There's a joke that won't work in the vast majority of the world, but never mind. Better than most of my jokes, which don't work anywhere. Right then, and now we need to go east. No, we don't. We need to go west by a very significant amount, which is this way, I believe. I'm not a massive fan of this mode of transport, if I'm honest. Not just because it's hardly the most expeditious of all chariots, but at the same time, you know, it's just this idea of travelling through an inky black emptiness, and the only thing you can attempt to trust is your coordinates and your navigation, which is a lot of trusting to do. I mean, there could be a massive whale's mouth in front of me, and I wouldn't even know I was swimming into the accursed thing. But never mind. We've gone slightly too far south. We need to head back north by a teensy little bit. There we go. That should be alright. And now we need to go down quite a lot. To go down into the big spooky depths. Can I do a scan? We can see one thing, but we're probably not quite near enough yet. So far, it's always seemed that the barrels have been exactly on these coordinates, but given that we've got 4 more of them to do, I'm guessing that it's not always going to stay there. Ow! I bashed into something, and I've lost a load of oxygen like a big derp brain. Right, never mind. That's what I get for not paying attention to what I was doing. Right, Kitty Armichi, point your lightsaber in the correct direction. Come on, zap it. Zap it. Kitty, do you want me to be closer? Alright then. It's the first time anybody has ever wanted that out of me. Right then. Similar what? What? Why is everything gone a bit screwy? Why has everything turned into leech speak? I don't much like that. That's irritating. I was going to say the north direction. We're pretty much out there already, he says, pushing the wrong button and smacking his ass on the floor like some sort of dunce. Alright then, we're nearly at the west coordinates that we need, so we basically just need to head south a little bit. Unless these have been screwed up as well somehow, and they're not actually what they're supposed to be saying. like it's saying north, but it actually means south. That should be very, very sneaky, and also very, very annoying, because it would take me a long time to figure out where it actually wants me to go. Alright, we're at 29 north. No, we're at 28 north. Thank you. Thank you. Is it so much to ask for pure perfection? Thank you very much. Right, and we're actually in pretty much the west coordinates that we need, so apparently we just need to go up a lot. Which is mysterious, but never mind. But the rest of the screen's the same. They seem to be, yes. It's just that first one that's gotten a little bit screwed. Can we see anything on the old sonar? Yeah, apparently there is something right above us. Which is a little strange. We have found the surface. And apparently there are things here. Goodness, I don't like having this ceiling here. Alright, I like that we're not underwater all the time, but I don't like that there's a ceiling here. I shouldn't do that. You're telling me we shouldn't do that. I don't know why I did it, but you know. Apparently there are things here. They can't be here. They must be down on the ground. This must have gotten all screwy. Just when I'd come out here to do the shopping, you tell me you didn't really want me to go to Asda. You wanted me to go to Tesco instead. Oh, for goodness sake. Right then. Just back that patoot of yours up, and we'll find the correct place to go. Kitty aunt. I seem to be travelling a bit faster here, or maybe it's just because now I've got a point of reference that I can use in order to help me figure out exactly that I'm moving at all. These... Do me a favour and never pull that switch ever again. Alright then, never mind. We're not too far away from the west coordinates which we need. We should simplify things at least a little bit. It's very strange indeed. Alright. West coordinates. There we are. So we only need to go another 25 in this direction. So what the hell happened to this? Why did it all get screwed up? Was that because I kept bashing into things by mistake? Or was that because of something else? Was it entirely my fault, which it normally is, let's be honest? Or was that, that some other mysterious thing? What the hell just happened to my mouse? Why did I suddenly chuck myself down on the floor, as if I was looking away from some extremely ugliness over here? Right, never mind. Let's go down by about 55 meters, because we found where we want to be now. Let's have a look on the old scanner as well. Yep. Apparently there's something there. I can tell that, not because of the scanner, but because of the howling and the moaning and the screeching and the squawking of the creatures that live down here. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. Tell me that's a plant. Why is there no light? Why are my lights not working? Why is it so dark down here? I don't like this. This isn't what I signed... Ah, gosh. This isn't what I signed up for at all. Right. Let me just move my bum out of the way of these tentacles. Because goodness knows bums and tentacles don't get along very well. See if I can get this out of this crashed rocket ship or whatever. Right, come on. I don't want to get any closer to that thing than utterly necessary. Oh, gosh, it's utterly necessary I get closer. Would you pick the thing up? Would you? Thank you. Goodness. I didn't realize you needed so much convincing. This says there's two at the location, so there might be another one somewhere or other. What the hell is this thing? Is it like a crashed ship or something? It looks more spaceshipy than ocean shippy, if that doesn't sound silly. I do wish I was a little further forward in terms of the bow. I'd actually be able to see what I'm doing. Right, okay. Can I just get a good view of... There we are. I knew it would be there. It seems like the real ones you want appear a bit brighter on the sonar. I don't know why they're brighter exactly. Maybe they went to Harvard and all the other ones on the scanner didn't. Right, would you pick the thing up? Thank you. Oh, is this the submarine that went missing? Thinking about it, actually, that seems vaguely likely. Now that I think about it, maybe that's what it is. Right. Oh, dear. Right, where are we going? We're going south, and we're going up by a long way. We're not just physically going south, we're also proverbially going south, because we've got to go down to a depth of 178 metres, and we're only allowed to go down by 100. Which is going to be interesting. We'll have to see how long we can survive there. I didn't see that picture before. That looks a bit creepy. Some sort of creepy person standing by a creepy looking window. But, alright. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to survive this, but never mind. At least I can die happy, knowing I've got lots of happy little puppy dogs who are going to wonder where the hell I've gone when I don't return from this mission. But, alright. Let's press that button, because that'll make me feel better about life. Let's press this button, because that makes me really feel better about life. Kitty art. Why does it get so dark when I do that? Is it because I'm so far under the sea? When I did that earlier, was I higher up, which meant there was a little bit of sunlight peeking through? But now that's no longer the case. I don't know. And it's all a bit spooky. It's all a lot spooky, actually. But, it's alright. What are the west coordinates? Oh, the west coordinates are miles away as well. Goodness, it's going to take me forever to get here. I do find myself questioning... Kitty aren't. Hang on a minute, and he crashed into a wall. What? Hang on. Correct me if I'm wrong. That said, ever seen this man originally, right? Also, it looks a bit like Teddy Roosevelt, which is a bit weird. But, why does it say ever dream that man? No, generally I don't dream about men. Generally I dream about demons and monsters that want to murder me, but, you know, that's just an irritating nightmare syndrome I've got. But don't you worry about none of that. What was that weird wall I almost crashed into? Or presumably it was like a big sand dune or something. I just happened to be unlucky enough that I nearly crashed into it. Hi, friend. Good afternoon. Bye, friend. Presumably that was scripted, because there's no way on earth I was lucky enough, or potentially unlucky enough, to just happen to bump into that. It's alright. He seems to have gone. And that makes me happy. Alright. It's weird. I thought the creatures that I was going to discover down here were going to be like murderous big sea monsters, you know. Dragons and smelly creatures like that. I didn't imagine to be discovering humans. But here we are, I suppose. Right then, speaking of here we are, we've nothing left to do but go down. Oh dear, this is going to go very, very badly. Is it going to let me go past 100? Am I going to get more, like, damage due to my pressure for that? Do I actually, like, go down and get it really, really quickly? Oh gosh, I was about to have my fatuous features and say, you know what, everything seems fine. But no, no, Nikiti, what the hell is all this? Oh, goodness. There's an entrance here, potentially? I don't know, it's very difficult to see. Do I need to slip inside this thing? Which is proving to be quite a lot difficult. Oh yeah, these are exactly on the coordinates it wants me to be at. Oh, goodness, a bit spooky. Is there another entrance underneath? I don't think there is. Have I reached the depth I need to? No, not even nearly have I done that. Alright, this is a sudden change of pace that I wasn't expecting. I would bash my bum into something. Right, alright. Let's have a... Ow! Let's try to stop bashing into things. Let's try to stop bashing into things for 5 minutes. Problem is you can't strafe, which I'm so used to being able to do all the time. Oh, goodness sake, I am so going to die down here. I need to Kitty Aunt. Kitty, I keep bashing into everything. These tunnels are too narrow. Kitty, I'm just so used to being able to strafe to avoid things like that. And a lack of strafing combined with momentum isn't really helping me. Kitty, you really think I could turn this thing, like, you know, sort of angle it down a bit so I can see where the hell I'm going? That would be nice. But never mind. Presumably it's down here somewhere. Goodness only knows why I thought it was a good idea to come down here. I was going to say I could go back and get some help, but then again, after reading that thing, maybe they don't want me to have any help. Maybe they sent me down here because they knew this was here, and they wanted to get rid of me. That sounds like the charming sort of corporation I might work for. Can I see anything on the sonar? No. And I can see nothing here either. Oh, idiot. My oxygen does seem to come back, though, even after I damage it. So maybe it's just if you take lots of impacts in quick succession that everything gets screwed up. How deep down does this tunnel go? Because I can't... Ow! Because I can't look down, I can't see where the floor is, so I don't know when to stop. So I don't smash myself into the floor. But it didn't quite work, so it didn't. Alright, I feel like we're heading away from the coordinates we're supposed to be going to, but I don't guess I've got a hell of a lot of choice. I can't move my mouse anymore. Oh, good afternoon. In 1997, Nora received... No, not Nora, never mind. Near the same coordinates as the Navy's lost sub. This satellite image is all that remains of those reports. Goodness. That was quite good. I rather enjoyed that. Yeah, I like these sort of underwater games where you have to like follow coordinates and perform little tasks, much like ocean work. But that was quite nice. That was quite weird and a bit sort of creepy and spooky. I feel like the tunnel and the temple, the underground structure, was a nice change of pace from the sea. I'm just not quite sure what that ending was. I feel like that was a little bit of a letdown because it was sort of so quick and brief that we didn't really get time to enjoy it in terms of actually understanding what it is to be spooked by it. Because while there is a fear of the unknown, at the same time you kind of have to sort of realise what something is in order to actually be scared of it. Because, you know, if you just present somebody with a person, for example, then they don't know anything about them. They could be a murderer, or they could just be a granny that wants to give you a knitted sweater for Christmas because she's mistaken you for her granddaughter. But I'm not entirely sure what that was that we saw at the end. Probably some sort of Cthulhu tentacle monster, which sounds quite exciting, but if it had been around a bit longer we might have had a chance to see it a bit better. But it's very professionally put together. I like the sound design. That was a bit spooky. And I like the... Actually, I tell you what I'm going to do. Because I was going to say I like the interior with all the pictures and stuff. I want to go back and have a quick look at that poster again with the bloke and see if it did say scene originally, whether it always said dream. So let me have a look at that. No, it said dream the whole time, and I just misread it like a dunce. Right then, that shouldn't surprise anybody. I still don't know why you have this thing which you can click on if it doesn't let you actually go out. But never mind. We have many adorable doggies here, and that is excellent, much like this nice little game. Right then, let's fire another laser beam off into the ocean and possibly fix a fish's eyesight while we do so. And, yeah, I rather enjoyed that. Hi, I'm a marker. That's nice of you. I hear it's quite difficult trying to read all of those various kids' handwriting. Apparently it gets even worse during the stress of an exam. Right then. Good afternoon. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little game. Laundry, strange name, is about to use its new weapon. Only you can do that because we only have one suit that can go down to that depth, can we? Agent Blue will help you find the secret entrance to the submarine base. Alright, is that what this is? With its auxiliary thing on its arse. I love that there were no controls about this. Alright then. It looks a bit like a cat from this angle, which is quite interesting. Can I go up again? Oh no, hang on a minute. There's lots of these creatures. Maybe this isn't Agent Blue. Maybe this is a sea mine, and I should actually be staying as far away from it as I physically can. Right then. Anyway, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little game. a little game whose name I'm not entirely sure of. I only know that it has adorable little fish in it. Hello, adorable little fish. Mwah. 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 Adorable little fish. Oh, what is this? What is this? This is the little man, I think. Hello, little man. Mwah. Right then. We have provided many smooches to the local inhabitants of this area, and now we can continue on our little journey, swimming through the underneath of the sea. Goodness, this is beautiful. This is like Subnautica. Oh wow, look at that! It's like the exhaust pipes of a Chavs Fiesta. Wonderful. Right then. Alright then. Yes, so I don't really know what the game is about, because it had very, 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 very little information about it. Little more than 1 or 2 sentences and a little picture. Are you Agent Blue? You look blue. Press E to dialogue. Yes, please. I'm pressing E. Not a lot is happening. Why can't I not dialogue with you? Hey, I am Blue. Yes, you are. Both physically and metaphorically you are. Right. This volcanic pathway is abnormally stable. Yeah, volcanoes don't tend to be... Oh, goodness, I didn't realise I had my bum on it. I do apologise. We believe it tightens to hide the entrance of the submarine base. A tight entrance? Oh, well, I can think of many, many people that would be very interested in this, then. Is that all you have to say to me, then? Alright, then, I guess I'm going into the tight entrance. Or possibly I'm just going to get my face cooked in a bunch of lava. One or the other. So yeah, apparently we're looking for some kind of weapon, I think, to stop some sort of war. I really have no idea. It's all very strange and mysterious, and I don't really understand any of it, if I'm quite frank. But it's an underwater game, and it's got a little sonar, which is always a good thing and a nice thing. So let's continue on our way down here. Ooh, you were right, Mr. Blue. I did find the entrance to the secret munitions lab. And now I don't know where I am. Oh, it's all dark and spooky in here. I don't like it. Kitty on looks like that picture of the black hole that circulated on the internet a while ago. Alright then, again, through the tight entrance. Gideon. I'm having certain feelings that certain things are going on. Certain connotations, shall we say, which perhaps shouldn't be the case. Right then. What are all of these red things that are appearing on my map? Are they bad people that I need to avoid? Are they eviltons in this little underwater land of the Sith, presumably? Goodness, what fascinating structures. I have been reset. I get the distinct impression that somebody may have seen me and attempted to murder me, and probably succeeded. The hell is that? That wasn't there a minute ago. Probably a load of lava or something. Was it because I got too close to this? Possibly, yes. Right then. So these buildings are deadly then, which would seem to be the situation. They have these little red people who look very spooky indeed, but also at the same time kind of adorable because the game crashed. Kind of adorable because of their tiny little feet and tiny little hands. Alright then, enough screwing around. Let's see if we can actually get to wherever it is we're supposed to be going by following this green arrow, which possibly is a lot higher up than I'm realising. And now I've been reset back here. Alright, I'm confused. I don't really get what it is that I'm dying to, nor do I really get why it's inconsistent about where it resets me to, but alright. I'll wander through this this bit of intestine again, I suppose, like a actually let's not think about what goes through intestines and what they exit by. Yeah, let's just not think about what this is. Alright then, perhaps I need to be stealthy, I need to be sneaky. I do wish there was a way I could go up rather than just looking up and moving up. With games like Subnautica, of course, you have you know, like dedicated going up and down buttons, which is nice. It makes traversing these places a lot easier. Yes, sorry for bringing similes to Subnautica. I know it's impossible in any I know it's impossible in this day and age to make any video game which is even about 10 miles away from the water without it getting associated with Subnautica, so I apologise for that. It's like I'm going up too high. Is this thing that I'm looking for actually closer to the ground, perhaps? Closer than I realise. I don't know. I'm beginning to actually wonder whether that green arrow is actually pointing me to like my original objective where I found Agent Blue, rather than actually trying to point me to wherever it is I'm going now. But I feel like I've discovered whatever it is I'm looking for. You know, I found this place. Can we now not do like some sort of orbital bombardment and deal with it a little bit more impersonally? But it seems not. It seems I must continue my little reconnoitre. So, well, I guess we're heading up here. Yeah, and then I just die again and I come back here. This is very mysterious. So it seems like when I die to a person or a building, I reset to the end of this orifice. And when I die because I've gone too high up into the sky, when that red mist comes down, the altitude-induced rage, it seems like a reset to a different point. Which is all a bit weird, if you ask me, but what do I know? Right then, there must be something here which I need. Something that I'm looking for. Hello, friend. Do I die if I just get seen by you? Yes. Alright then. So the whole theory of, you know, what kills us and where it takes us all seems to have been confirmed, which is lovely. What happens if I fly into the lava? Does that kill me as well? No. No, seemingly not. Altitude kills me, but lava doesn't. Right. I also don't understand how lava works underwater. But never mind. I've never understood that for as long as I've been alive. So maybe I should stop complaining and get on with life. Let's see if we can investigate this, because this is very high up, which means it's probably going to screw everything up. But this kind of looks important and significant. I can't quite tell what it is. It looks a bit like a cheese grater from this angle, but I assume that it's not a cheese grater and it's something a little bit more interesting than that. No, we're going too high again. This is very strange. I don't understand this at all. Is that another red person? Because he doesn't look red. Are you a red person? Yes, you are a red person. It was just difficult to see the colours from here. Speaking of colours, here's something which isn't red. Oh, maybe I am supposed to go towards the green arrow. It was just, I was just getting confused because I kept dying every time I went too high up and I went in the wrong directions. Alright. Fair enough. Let's try to navigate my way around these things without getting killed. I don't actually think these are people either. I think these are just those weird glowing red tube things that we saw before. But yeah, let's see what we've got here, because this looks very interesting. It would appear to be a load of noxious gases. And a tunnel. Alright. Where are we going? How exactly does this help? Oh, giddy aunt. I'm not a massive fan of open water. I like underwater games, always do, always have. But at the same time, oh gosh. Oh gosh. At the same time, I find this idea of being just alone in open water to be a very scary one. Right, let's turn around again and stop backing up now that we can't see what we're moving away from. Excuse me, I do apologise. Yeah, it's just this feeling of being out in the open water is... It makes me feel vulnerable, I think. I think that's the key word for it. Matt, there is so much exciting gameplay to be seen here. It makes me feel very vulnerable. Because I'm... Oh, goodness. Oh! Down there, perhaps. Yes, because you're just like this tiny little blip in this huge box of water. And there's so many creatures in there who are in their ideal environment. that could quite easily and quite probably want to eat you for dinner. And you're not in your ideal environment. And you can only stay there for like 30 seconds or you'll die. Which is all interesting. Right then. We're going to completely ignore the phallic structure that we've got here. Gosh, why am I going down the phallic structure? Oh gosh. Right. Giddy aunt. I could have gone down the shaft, but I instead decided to go down the urethra, which is an interesting decision that I guess will follow me for the rest of my life. And now the feed's dying, along with my my radio and sonar, which is less than optimal. But all right. What are we going to find at the end of this? I see something moving. It seems to be moving in a much more fluid way than we've seen anything else before. Or is it just something spawning in? I don't know. There's some jaggedy bits here. These must be most uncomfortable. Mind you, I imagine having somebody go down, never mind where they're going down, I imagine is also really rather uncomfortable as well. This is weird. Please. Please what? Please help me. Why? Because you've got something stuck up your jacksie? That doesn't really surprise me. I'm trapped in the sharp cage. Who are you? Where are you? I need 3 crystals to be free. Oh, do you? Alright then, I'll go see if the rock raiders have got any free, shall I? You can find these crystals behind the mouth gate. I don't really want to go behind the mouth. I feel like I've encountered enough intimate areas at the moment of this bloke. Bring it to me and give me the crystals. Press E. Alright. Are you the thing in the cage? Presumably. Hello? You look like a big meatball. Right then. Where's this mouth gate you spoke so fondly of? I really hope it's not down there. Right, this is going to be tough given that I don't have my sonar anymore. But never mind. What's that? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I shall go and investigate it. Ow, my face. Ow, my face. I don't think this is anything. I think this is just a light source or something. I don't think that's really supposed to be as investigated as I investigated of it. Right, this looks a little bit like a gate. You're very easily convinced that anything weird looking is a gate. Can I go through here at all? Please, I'm in search of a crystal. I don't quite know why or where. But presumably these 3 symbols represent the different crystals. We've got this one that looks a little bit like 3 sort of spotlights going up in the sky. That one, which looks like it's come out of the Knights Templar, and that one, which looks like it's come out of the Knights Demonic Templar. Can I go through any of these passageways? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Jellyfish. I'm not a massive fan of jellyfish. Because, again, they're a bit weird and spooky as well. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. It's like the ghost of a palm frond, which is interesting. Is that even the word, frond? I don't think it is. Oh, kitty, I find jellyfish very, very weird creatures because they're so completely unlike any other life on Earth. They're just like these wibbly wobbly masses of blibbly blobbeliness, and they're very, very scary and concerning, and they're also horribly dangerous. Right, is this the crystal I need? Yes, it is, along with this box of treasure and guns, which I'm going to leave behind, because I'm some sort of dunce. Right, that looks really cool, and I'd love to have that, but apparently I don't care about that. I just care about freeing this man from his confides. I don't care about monetary reward, which implies we're in some sort of Star Trek in utopian future where the monetary system has collapsed. Right then. Let's get back into the centre and go and have a look for one of these other crystals, because right now I'm feeling a little bit disturbed in here with all of these jellyfish, and really, really, really hope that there are not more jellyfish on the other side of the other doorways. There probably won't be more jellyfish. There will probably be something significantly worse. I'm just going to sit here for 5 minutes and try and rack my brains about exactly how much more worse it can get. Do you like a crystal? Maybe. No, you just seem to be repeating what we said before. Alright, never mind any of that then. Let's go through this one instead. Yada yada yoopty, I know. Yes, I know, shush. Alright. Let's go through door number 2. Yes, it's worse. And it's still jellyfish. Wonderful. I have no idea what these things are. They seem to be divers that are dancing by thrusting their hips backwards and forwards, because that isn't in the slightest bit phallic. Right then. What is it with this game and the strange anatomical imagery? I don't enjoy it. Oh, Kitty-on. Oh, Kitty-on. I've got to... Why are you all moaning like that? I don't like that, alright? I think I've stumbled in an underwater orgy. Why has there been an oddly anatomical tone to all of this? I don't like it at all. Alright, we seem to be past all of the people now, which is lovely. Seems I've got a couple of different pathways I can go. Hopefully this is just the loop back around, and one will lead me to the other, and it won't turn into a maze. But aha! I think that's what I'm looking for. I noticed when I was in the central chamber, that the blue-white symbol above the gate that we entered, when we got the first crystal, that symbol had gone away when I was back in the chamber. I'll show you when we get back. I also tried to give the creature in the sharp cage the first crystal, but it didn't work. It made a noise, a bit like sort of a breaking glass noise. But I don't think it gave him the crystal, because it just repeated all of the dialogue that it came before. So I think that's just a way of you getting a reminder of your instructions if you've forgotten them. So I'm glad that the game has a capacity to remind you if, like me, the player has no brain whatsoever, which is nice. But unfortunately, I must now return through this again. I've also realised they have more than 2 legs, which means they're not human, which means this is an alien moan I'm hearing, and an alien orgy that I am flying over. I do not want to think about all of the disgusting particles that are diluting and polluting the local water supply in this cave that I'm hopefully not drinking. Ugh. Right, let's have a quick look and see if the second symbol has gone. See there, look, the symbol above there has gone now, and the symbol above here has not gone. Did that symbol go away when I pressed D and I heard the broken glass noise? Yes, it did. Oh, okay. And this time he didn't. This time he didn't give me another lecture. Alright. I'm a little confused. I mean, did I press E more than once? And that's why the instructions came up? Oh, don't know. Let's see what horrors we've got in here. Well, nothing too horrific yet because I can't see them. Let's get a bit closer and realise that again they are jellyfish. Or possibly they're squids, actually. Or octopuses. What's the plural of octopuses? No, what's the plural of octopus? Is it octopi? I don't know. I imagine it's not octopuses. I imagine that's not the case. That would probably be a bit weird. Because nothing else in this game has been a bit weird. Not that this game defined the pluralization of the word octopus, but don't you worry about none of that. Where is this final gemstone? Oh, I can't see it anywhere. I'm just craving to see a bright light somewhere, light at the end of the tunnel. But then I just see these weird creatures. And I don't feel very happy about that. What's this? Looks a bit like a big wart or something. Anything! Yes, there was something in there. Something I severely regret going within a metric kilometre of. As opposed to an imperial kilometre? Sorry, strange phrase I've just invented. Giddy aunt. There's a big red snake monster that came out of the hole and bit my face off. Alright then, I'm going to not do that ever again. If I see another big red wall, I'm going to leave it well enough alone. Oh dear. Right. Give me a minute. I shall find this crystal and we can get the hell out of here. I hope. Oh, for goodness sake. It's taken a good 7 or 8 minutes swimming about here. Wiggling my buttocks back and forth in the vague hope of moving along in some sort of appropriate direction. Well, I've had my bum bitten off by many a big red snake, and I've encountered these funny looking things, but never mind. Where are we? I think we're kind of directly below where you begin, which is a bit of a strangeness. It's Giddy aunt. Goodness sake. Yeah, we're definitely down lower rather than up higher, which is interesting. No, so we went directly. We were like a ways away and then down a little bit. Alright, that's fair enough, I suppose. Let me just go underneath so that I go underneath this big snake and above that one. There's a lot more of these big red things than I ever realised, which has been fun trying to dodge all around those, but never mind. Let's give this final crystal to our big friend and see what happens then. See whether we're going to unleash some sort of Lovecraftian eldritch abomination, or whether we're going to get a cookie. Have a crystal, friend. Huzzah! Are you quite happy now? Oh, that's it. Okay. That was a bit of a bummer of an ending. That was the weapon we were looking for. Can I have a better look at some of the stuff it was saying at the beginning? The stuff that it was talking about. It's only a matter of time before we can't oppose them. We need to find and destroy that weapon before it's too late. Right. Oh, I see. You were writing that in red. You were writing that in red so I knew that the red were the bad guys. Oh, alright then. So, yes. We've destroyed the weapon, have we? Alright. Yeah, that was a little bit of a bummer ending, because I feel like the weapon was a sentient creature that was stuck in a cage and presumably being sort of used for the creation of the weapon. And then we sort of helped it escape. Right. Okay. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. What does make a lot of sense to me, however, is that this game is very nice. It's mysterious and it's cute with this little people with their little stubby arms and legs and their little plump bodies, which is kind of adorable. And I like the lighting. And I like the sort of the gentle music, which isn't too much, but isn't too little either. I don't think I can actually get any closer to this thing, so I'd better give up on trying. But, yeah. I like this. It's cute. It's adorable. And I rather enjoy playing it. Yeah, a little bit mysterious, a little bit of story, just enough for you to sort of understand what's going on. And of course, the best bit of all are these little fish, who look oddly like tiny versions of the creatures that were murdering me earlier, so maybe that's what I get for smooching their little brothers. But, that's really nice. I really just like the little wiggly animation on that. Very cute indeed. Right then, anyway, I think we shall leave that there. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen, for this little shotgun or sort of underwater hunting sort of thing, I suppose. So thank you very much for joining me. Look after each other. Keep away from jellyfish, unless you're in a job where you need to like groom them or something, you know, like brush their hair and straighten out their tentacles, or maybe curl their tentacles, I suppose, depending on what sort of fashion is popular in the current jellyfish world, in which case you probably need to get a bit close to them, otherwise you get fired, and I don't really want to be responsible for paying your rent if you lose your job at the jellyfish grooming parlour. So that's all happy and joyous, so thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm off to the psychotherapist now to figure out what the hell I've just spent the past 30 seconds of my life talking about, and good night.